January 31st. It's the last day of duck season, so I'm out again. I was a little concerned this morning because there was a little snow last night, but it started before it got very cold, so everything got a layer of ice on it now because it landed, melted, and then eventually froze. So the roads in the neighborhoods were frozen with a layer of ice and a layer of snow on top of that, so it makes it pretty slick. And I apologize for the sticks back there banging. I got 3 sticks back there. One of them is my solution for yesterday's problem, which was once I realized I can't shoot ducks very far out on the water, that kind of limits your shots. So hopefully I've got a fix for that. I'll show you guys that later on this morning. Hopefully I get to use it a bunch. But I'm also going to change my decoy setup, change kind of, not the spot I'm sitting, but the position I'm sitting. And my concern with the roads was unfounded. The roads were fine. There's a little bit of snow down here, and there's actually, I saw a truck in front of me, and there's actually tire tracks in the snow. So my guess is that there's a handful of duck hunters out here lamenting the fact this is the last day of duck season. I'm really hoping that nobody's parked where I need to be, because that would be quite a bummer. I'd love to keep going a while and these tracks in the snow disappear and I'm the only one down the road, but that's probably not going to happen. So I left my decoys and my chair here yesterday, so that's another problem if I can't get to that spot. I do have a few decoys in my backpack, and I have a different chair in the back here that I could use, but then I still got to go retrieve those at some point. Not going to leave those out. So then after I duck hunt this morning for a while, I'm going to see if I can't maybe spot and stalk some geese on the river, or even some ducks. Just puddle jump what I can out there. I'd like to say that only looks like 2 sets of tracks, but it looks like 4 or 5. Well, this is extremely awesome. The tire tracks did not turn into here. Good for me. The snow on the ground though is going to make for getting into the waders a little cumbersome, but I got time, and now I know how to get to where I'm going better than yesterday. Well, we'll pick this up, getting set up to sit. It's quite the winter wonderland getting back in here. Hope this doesn't change the way my landmarks looked. And that snow did mess with my landmarks. It's already dark, so I can't see very far. All the snow knocked everything over, so all the weeds were knocked over. The tops of fallen trees look like weeds, and the kind of sort of path I had to get to where I was going was obliterated. Couldn't find it. So I ended up popping out on the river about 50-60 yards down, and it was actually very shallow there, so I ended up walking down. But by the time all that happened, I didn't get the cameras out the way I wanted to. But fortunately I had 2 out, because one of them, either the cold messed with it and it didn't turn on, or I forgot to hit record. But I have the one. A few minutes after legal, I get my first flock to come by, and I put just a little bit of lead on that front duck. And when that last one fell, I knew I was in trouble, and then when it hit the water, it was almost on the opposite bank. So there's no way I'm going to be able to retrieve that one. I did not realize they were that far out. That shot was probably pushing 50 yards. Then I had one laying next to me close, so I tried to scare it to fly. And then it kind of flew away from me and downstream, and I knew I wouldn't be able to retrieve it, so I didn't even shoot. So I said I think I had a fix for not being able to reach the ducks out a ways, minus the first one obviously. So here it is. It's a limb saw that I duct taped the little fishing net to. So it's about 13 feet overall length. And that sure beats my little walking stick of 5 feet. But right here I didn't need it. Right here it sure came in handy. That one was too fast. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. There were too many of them, and they were too high. And as the sun's cresting up, the action got a little bit slower, but then a single mallard came flying by. I was worried he was going to be hung up in that golden tree right there, but I take stock and make sure I've got good landmarks, and that's the first tree on the bank from the right side. That one was easy to find.
Well, this morning these guys were in moving water. Now not so much.
After a while, the camera on my head died, so I had to go set up another camera. After a little while, here come a nice pair. Here I noticed the ice flow in the river pushing one of my decoys off, so I went and grabbed it before it got away from me. And after standing around for a while, no action, it's time to go ahead and pack up and head out.
I'm gonna look like a gypsy wagon. That's on my back. That's gonna go around my neck and across my back. I gotta carry that stuff. Well, these are from me coming in this morning. I gotta go up that. Well, I was a little disappointed that the geese didn't fly today, but after that walk back, I'm okay with not having a goose or two or three around my neck, that's for sure. I can't say I've even actually seen a goose or heard a goose today, but I'm okay with that. I'm good. I'm good. Great morning. Can't complain.
And it was a good day. Even though I got a little wet going out with the snow falling on me and going down my neck and all that, I didn't get cold for some reason. So it was an awesome day. Some good shooting, some beautiful ducks. And so that was the last day of the season. I hope you enjoyed these videos. I know I enjoyed the hunting. I've tried hunting in Colorado in the past in January, and it's been a big failure for me. So to have this kind of success has been awesome. So we'll close this out with some pictures from the day, and go ahead and give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching.